Well, there is, and the reality is that up until maybe a few years ago, we were concentrating solely on trying to stop the condition progressing and trying, for people to be able to use remaining vision usefully. But now we know that we can regenerate sight if stem cells work the way we think they will. That's adult stem cells, I have to be very clear in that.
I heard the words bionic eye being used. Now, as a fan of all things science fiction and nerdy, I would have assumed that this was exactly that, science fiction, but apparently not. There is such a thing as a bionic eye, and we're looking at that in the not too distant future either, are we?
We are. It's actually very exciting. We've been funding a project looking at the development of a microchip that will ultimately replace the retina. In simple terms, I mean, what you're talking about there is trying to make a piece of electronic equipment, okay, that will survive in water, because your eye is made up of water, and how will it go in there and not be corrosive and all of this? So there's huge issues involved. In saying that, we're working in conjunction with groups in Germany and in the US, and it's very far advanced. Already in Germany, they have done a clinical trial, or they're involved in clinical trials with a small group of patients who have lost all of their sight.
Right.
They have put the microchip into the eye, and it has connected to the nerve endings. So actually what's happening is people are seeing directional light. And while for somebody who's fully sighted, they can say, oh my God, but that's only light. But, the reality of that is that something is happening there. There's a registration of something, which means that technically this could develop on into, an actual image. So, I mean, in a shorter period, you would hope that people would be able to see what you see and what listeners see when you're walking down the street. There are so many people out there dependent on this technology, and this is why it's so important to have Dermot jump out of that plane on Friday, because if Dermot jumps out of that plane and people support him, we're going to get there faster. And that's really all it's about. Brilliant. It's getting there faster.
Avril, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.